scientists discover that something has been hiding under the ice of Antarctica. Welcome back. Today, we'll be recapping the American horror and sci-fi movie named The Thing, which was released in the year 2011. Spoiler warning is in effect from this moment onwards, so watch out. The movie is set in 1982. We see a snow vehicle driving through the vast expanse of snow in Antarctica. Inside the vehicle, a man is tracking a signal. The drivers are telling crude jokes. The signal is getting louder as they move forward. Finally, they reach a point where the signal is loudest. The man asks the drivers to stop. The snow beneath the vehicle crumbles, and the vehicle falls into a large crack in the ice and gets lodged. The scientist turns on the headlights and sees a huge metallic structure, almost like a spaceship. We don't find out how they got out of there for the rest of the movie. Next, we see paleontologist Kate Lloyd working on a frozen specimen in her lab. She is approached by Dr. Sander Haverson and his assistant Adam. They tell her they need her for a dig in Antarctica. She asks what they are digging. Sander doesn't tell her much. Kate asks Adam. Adam says Sanders didn't tell him much either. He is not very good at team building. They fly to Antarctica in a helicopter. In the helicopter, Kate meets the Americans Carter, Derek, and Griggs. Carter tells Kate a storm is moving in, so whatever they are doing, they better do it in a couple of days. They arrive at the base called Fuel and are driven straight away to the site of the ship. Their driver is Lars. At the site they meet Edvard, Juliet, and Carl, who are geologists. Edvard shows them the spaceship. Sander says there was a survivor that escaped the ship. He takes them to see it. It is frozen in ice. Sander asks Kate how long it would take to dig him up. She says about half day. Back at the base, everyone is working. Kate meets Petter, Jonas, and Olav. Sanders secretly tells Adam to make sure no one gets on the radio because he doesn't want information getting out. He is not very good at team building. Adam and Edvards discuss why a spaceship would crash in the Antarctica and why the survivor would step out of it. They don't have a lot of good theories. Supposedly, these people are scientists. The next day, they dig out a block of ice with the alien in it. They bring it back to base. Sanders arrives and says he is going to take a tissue sample. Kate says that is not a good idea because they don't know what they are dealing with. Sander ignores her. Later, Sander tells her to never contradict him in front of people again. He is not very good at team building. Afterwards, everyone is relaxing and having a beer. Sander arrives and tells them the tissue sample is nothing of earthly origins. He congratulates everyone and says they will all be immortalized by this discovery. Perhaps he's finally learned team building. Everyone drinks, dances, and sings. Meanwhile, the block of ice with the alien in it starts to melt. This is why global warming is a serious problem. Kate asks Carter if she could have some better beer than the Norwegian one. Carter sends Griggs to get some. Meanwhile, Derek goes in the room where the alien is kept. The alien comes alive and jumps out of the ice. Derek screams and runs back to warn everyone. Sander says they must find it. They split into parties and search for it. Sander, Edvard, and Adam find that Lars's dog has been brutally murdered. Griggs, Carter, and Derek find that the door of their helicopter is open. Carter asks Griggs if he left it open. Griggs cannot remember it, which is odd. Olav and his companion, Henrik, find the alien. The alien reaches out and grabs Henrik and starts consuming him. Carter and Derek arrive. They shoot the alien and set it on fire. Classic Americans. Everyone is distressed over Henrik's death. Sander says it's tragic, but they must examine the alien before it disintegrates. He is not very good at team building. Sanders and Kate examine the alien with Henrik still half inside him. They find out that the alien wasn't eating Henrik, but rather absorbing him. Later, Kate examines a sample of Henrik's tissue to understand what the alien was doing to him. She finds out that the alien cells are attacking and imitating Henrik's cells. It's a fancy explanation, which means the alien can shapeshift into the people it attacks and nest inside them. Next day, Olav is ill, and Carter, Derek, and Griggs are planning to transport him to a hospital in a nearby city. Kate finds some iron fillings and blood in the showers and has an epiphany that someone here might be the alien. She runs to stop the helicopter Carter and Derek are flying away in. Carter agrees to land the helicopter, but just then Griggs bursts open into an alien and eats Olav. Kate watches as their helicopter crashes. The rest of the gang prepares a rescue mission, while Kate discovers someone cleaned the blood in the showers, confirming her suspicion that someone is an alien. Kate arrives and tells the team all of this. She also points out the fillings, saying the alien cannot replicate in organic material. Nobody believes her except Juliet. She asks Kate to hide the keys of the vehicles so no one can leave. While Kate gets the keys, Juliet turns into the alien behind her and attacks Kate. Kate escapes. The alien chases her, but is distracted by one of the scientists and eats him instead. Lars arrives with a flamethrower and burns the alien. Kate says no one can leave because they could be the alien looking for a chance to infect the world. Adam says they should quarantine and test everybody's blood until they find out who is an alien and who is not. Kate says they'll disable the vehicle so no one leaves. Kate and Lars are disabling the vehicles when Lars shows her a box of grenades for emergency. Adam and Sander work in the lab. Carter and Derek arrive. They are frozen. Everybody is unsure if they are aliens or not, since it is unlikely that they would have survived the crash. They lock Derek and Carter up. Meanwhile, the lab burns down. No one knows who did it. They have no way to test who is alien now. Kate says they can check for filings, since the alien does not replicate in organic material. It is a terrible test. No one likes it, but it's the best they have. Lars, Jonas, Kate, and Petter all have filings. Adam, Edvard, and Sander do not. Kate asks Lars and Jonas to check Carter and Derek too. Carter and Derek have escaped. Lars gets attacked. Jonas returns. Everyone starts yelling, as people naturally do when they are afraid. Derek and Carter arrive holding a flamethrower. They have a standoff with Petter, and everyone yells they are the real human. Petter is about to fire, but Derek shoots in with his gun first. Classic Americans. His bullet goes through the oxygen tank of the flamethrower. There is an explosion and Edvard is injured. Carter and Derek tell Jonas and the gang to take care of him. As Jonas is dragging Edvard, Edvard turns into the alien and attacks Jonas. Carter tries to burn it, but his flamethrower has an issue called plot convenience. The alien kills Adam and Derek. It absorbs Adam. Kate uses the power of plot convenience to fix the flamethrower and tries to burn the alien, but it runs away. Derek is dying. Kate burns him and Jonas both. Kate and Carter arm up against the alien. In the meantime, the alien attacks and kills Sander. Kate and Carter look for the alien. They are split up and the alien finds Carter and chases it. Just as it's about to kill Carter, Kate arrives and burns it. Kate and Carter see Sander take off in a vehicle alone. He is still not very good at team building. They know it's not Sander's. They start up another vehicle to chase him. Kate packs grenades. On the way, Kate asks Carter what happened to Lars. He says they didn't kill him. They just subdued him. There's an odd focus on his earring. That's odd. They arrive at the spaceship. The spaceship is about to take off. Its panels open and Kate falls through them into the ship. Carter cannot save her. He goes on. Kate is inside the ship. She sees odd alien-looking technology. The alien arrives having transformed, but still having Sander's face. It's fitting that the monster has his face. He was a bit of dick. Kate tries to throw a grenade at him, but it slips out of her hand. She chases it in a cramped tunnel. She is trapped with the grenade far away from her. She runs to get the grenade, but the alien grabs her. Just as it is about to eat Kate, she turns around, throws a grenade in its mouth. The alien is about to explode. Carter arrives. Kate grabs him and runs. The alien explodes. Just as they are about to drive away, Kate notices that Carter is not wearing an earring now and remembers that the alien cannot replicate inorganic material. This was foreshadowed. Ooh. She burns Carter and drives away in the other vehicle. During the credits, we see a helicopter arrive at the fuel base. A man jumps out and looks for survivors. Lars arrives and asks to check his teeth for filings. Just then, Lars's dog jumps out of a window, and Lars remembers that his dog was murdered. He realizes that is the alien. He chases it on the helicopter and tries to shoot it. This is where the previous The Thing movie began. Continuity, yay. The end.